So this is all bees that have froze and died that came off the main cluster. Hello, welcome to the Jerome Bee Farm. It's February 8th, 2018, and it's about 5:15 and it's getting dark, and I got two things I'm going to do real quick. I was able to get home a little bit earlier today from work, and it's about 60 degrees out. So I'm going to go over to this beehive that had the winter kill, and I'm going to put it into a nuke. If they're still alive. If they're not alive, there's no need to do that. But we've had another week of cold weather down into the teens in the early mornings and the low 20s. So I don't know if they've survived or not. I just walked by there and I didn't see anything flying, so I'm going to look at that real quick. And I got something else to show you. So here's all the beehives. We got our trap set right here. There's Buck checking it out. So I don't know if we can see in there or not. There's a big old skunk in there. So Buck, you better watch out. So we're gonna have that to deal with. So it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. He's looking right at us. Whoa. Buck, you better get back. So we got us a big skunk in here, and you notice this time I was a little smarter about the whole thing. We put plastic around it so the skunk can't spray. We don't have to throw a blanket over it. We just got to cover the ends. So okay, we're gonna get started over here on the small nuke now. What's in there? What do you see? Huh? So here are the two hives right next to it. This is a really strong hive here and nothing's going on there, so that's kind of odd. But the Mrs. Dickerson hive right here, it's a small population, single deep, and there's a lot of activity out front. So over here, this is the one I'm worried about. I don't see much going on. I did notice a bee fly in there just a second ago. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I got my nuke here. That's just the box. I got to go get the bottom and the top. So got that over there in the barn, and I smell that skunk. Buck's on guard. It definitely is sprayed because I'm downwind and I can smell it strong. Just a minute ago, Buck had about 6 inches of drool hanging out of his mouth, so I think he got it right in the face. His dad's not going to be happy tonight. So for those of you that don't know, Buck is my neighbor's dog. He lives next door and he comes and visits us, and we play fetch and all kinds of fun stuff. But I think he met his match today. Alright, let's get started. Let me show you how I do these gloves. You just pull the cuff of your bee suit over it. That way bees can't get underneath it there. So there you go. $8 beekeeping gloves. Harbor Freight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up this nuke box
right here. I'm going to transfer the frames of the bees into this smaller box. So this smaller box has a lot less dead air space in there for the bees to heat with their bodies on a cold day. So this will save a lot of energy and keep them warmer. So hopefully they're okay. So I got my nuke bottom board here. Nuke body. And I brought the nuke lid that's got the inner cover, because that'll create another dead air space and give them still more insulation. I have some migratory covers for these nuke boxes, which a migratory cover is basically just a board with a couple ends on it, and it won't keep the bees as warm. So let's look in here and see what we've got. Remember, we put all that sugar in here too. And I don't have my smoker. I don't think I'll need it because it's kind of cool and there's a lot of bees. There's not a lot of bees in here. So there's a good sign we got the main cluster right there. So I'm going to set this aside and try not to disturb it. The queen is likely in there. I'm going to get this sugar out of the way. So I got to quickly get these bees over there. There's the dead bees from before. So I'm going to grab 3 of these at once so I don't have to split these apart. So all my bees are right here. Now I'm going to get this cluster to go on here. And I suspect that queen is right in here. I don't see her, but I got to get this in there now. Okay, now see that entire cluster is on those frames. So now I can get rid of this. This has honey, so I'm going to put it in there. And I need one more frame of honey, if there is one. No. So I'm just going to put this on this side. See if any of these have honey on them, just in case they don't. So I need to move this. I want to show you something here real quick on this. So down in here, see that dark? That's all dead bees. So this is where the cluster has died. So get that off of there. There you go. So this is all bees that have froze and died that came off the main cluster. And that's a screened bottom there. And it's a screened bottom that has a cover that goes underneath it, so it's sealed from the outside so they can stay warm. But you can see how strong that hive was, because it had probably 5 to 6 frames of bees before winter, and now they're down to just that little bitty spot right there. So this is going to help them a lot. So now I need to move that nuke into position where the main hive was. So get this out of the way. So I want to get some of that sugar on top of them, but with this inner cover I'm limited on space that I can use. So I'm going to get some of these thin pieces and lay on there right above the bees. See if that'll fit. Yeah, that'll work. There's still a few bees on this sugar. I'm gonna get them off. Notice I have duct tape over the notch so bees can't go in and out of that. Okay. Okay, that's it. I'm going to pick up some of this sugar. I don't want to leave it laying around because it'll attract ants, but I don't know that we'll have an ant problem this time of year, but I just don't want sugar laying around on the ground. It might attract other animals like skunks. So Buck's over there checking out the skunk. He's like got drool hanging out of his mouth. So we can get a close-up of him. Buck! What happened, boy? Hey, Buck! So we'll take care of that skunk as soon as we can. It's not going to get real cold tonight, so the skunk won't freeze to death or anything like that. Anyway, so here's the nuke. I'm going to take some of my wood blocks and I'm going to reduce that entrance down to one little small hole that they can go in and out of, and hopefully they will survive. Hey, hit the like button if you like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'm around 750, trying to hit 1,000, so I appreciate your subscriptions and welcome to all the new folks. And also today, February 8th, it's my dad's birthday, so happy birthday, Dad, if you're watching this. Y'all take care.